Hi everybody and welcome back to Magic Runes. I'm about to build some infiltrators and hopefully you can hang out for a little while and spend some time with me while I'm doing it. I'm not sure how much we'll get done here, but I'll definitely crank along. Alright. Everything's set up. Infiltrator time. I'm going to need to steal those clippers from you just for a moment.
Oh, yeah, I remember organizing those.
Thanks, Kat. Let's see, we need to get all the chests together, so 2 times 1 and 2. Oh, thanks for sharing.
That would be me. I shared.
Yeah, I saw. Thank you. 1 and 2 right in the middle. I think what I discovered last time is that if I cut out more of these pieces and then just keep them together, it goes a little faster instead of doing one each little bit at a time.
Yeah, that did seem to work a little better.
Nobody wants to watch me spend an hour cleaning mold lines on one single figure. I mean, even this stuff might be a little boring. I just figured the best course of action was to build as much of what I have as possible, have it all put together and clean, and then the paint videos, we can go nuts. There's that. Then it's going to be 3 and 4 are the legs for these ones. Which I imagine they're kind of in the similar spot. 3 and 4. Tuesday night's Warhammer night at the TC War Room. Definitely planning being on site for a little bit, trying to play a game and build some more models and have some fun. Hope you guys get to show up and spend some time with us. I need to just sharpen these, they're getting a bit dull. Okay. New sharp knife. Let's see if I can get down here. like I want autofocus off. I didn't realize that was still running. Let's make sure that you guys will be able to see what I'm doing here. We need low light compensation, autofocus off. I believe 33 is about where I like it to be. Alright, okay. That should give you guys a pretty good focus of where I'm at. Perfect. Make sure we got plenty of light. Fantastic.
There, the clippers back.
Oh yeah. I won't need them for a bit.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kat. I'd like to see. Alright, good. Good. Sorry guys, I'm not keeping a super close eye on chat. I gotta keep my head buried here and down so that I can get these built.
No one said anything yet.
Have a lot of new players. Starting to get interested in Warhammer 40k, and I'm coming back after kind of a long break, getting our house in order. And man, did I miss modeling. This is so fun. I am super pumped up to actually break out. I have a new air compressor and a new airbrush. Wonderful Christmas presents from the amazing and magnificent Cat.
Mm-hmm. Oh my. Doing.
And lots of unfinished models. Pretty much everybody I know.
Kyle says you can put your phone up with the Twitch app in front of you to be able to see chat while you build.
That's actually great advice. Thanks, Kyle. Twitch app.
He then said, Lucky, I want an airbrush, no problem, man. I think that was from the advice comment.
Oh, Big Daddy. What's going on, man? Yeah, I shaved the beard off. Wearing the mask this summer just made my face sweaty and hot all the time. Oh, volume down, there we go. See if I can put this in a spot where I'll be able to see it a little easier. That'll do the trick. Okay. Back to it. I obviously need to switch these blades sooner because
Can
having
you tell
the fresh blade.
difference?
Oh yeah, yeah, like butter. I'm nicking myself less because I don't have to push as hard. But I also can probably very quickly take out more of a chunk than I want to, so I gotta be careful.
Yeah, don't get overzealous.
Have you met me?
Yeah, I know. It's like your middle name, isn't it?
My middle name is Patrick.
Big Daddy Crash says the house remodel go well. I
Oh
think
yeah.
last time we talked, you were in the middle of it.
You know what? Probably 75% of the house is done. There's a mud room, a walk-in room that we converted the garage into, and I want to build a storage block and area back there, but that's a this summer project. Now that it's winter and we've got Christmas kind of in the bag for another year. I've got all kinds of time to be doing some of my favorite stuff, which is Warhammer modeling and hanging out with you guys online. Also trying to make sure I take care of TC Paintball North, which is our local Games Workshop store. The next closest one is Grand Rapids, which is 2 hours away. It's not easy to get down there, and our local TC Paintball, it's called the War Room, where all the Games Workshop and tabletop magic happens, is owned by a close friend who ended up starting that new business right before COVID started, believe it or not, and trying to support him and make sure that he can keep the shop open, because we all love games and we all love paintball, and the only way to make sure that we have a local store that we can keep buying stuff from and keep going to have fun and getting our games is that we support it. So if we end up needing anything, it is TC Paint North at oh my goodness, I don't have anything memorized.
No.
You can actually look up TC War Room on Facebook.
Zberto says we love you.
Love you too, Z.
Oh, he says we all love you. We all love you. Missed that one. Sorry, can't read. He's rubbing off on me.
This is a family show?
Stop it. I didn't say anything bad. You're awful. Big Daddy Crush said, I have not played paintball in years. I miss that. I think I still have my gun and stuff.
I mean, obviously, being winter, but TC Paintball has a huge spot of land, I believe in Mesick. Coltmish, I'm sorry. Not far from Traverse City. And they have a ton of people play all summer. I don't get into it as much because, I don't know, I'm a little older and I'm kind of an inside nerd.
Thank you for the link, Z. You put the TC.
Oh, huge. Thanks, Z. Love you. But they don't have an indoor field or event site or anything, so during the winter, it's all about war games, Warhammer, tabletop games.
Big Daddy played at the Lansing field back in the day, and Z gave you a kissy face, and he says that he internets.
I'm building infiltrators, and it's fun. Yeah, Big Daddy, if you haven't tried Warhammer 40K, I mean, I know, like, you were making cosplay and stuff for a while there for, Renaissance festivals, that kind of thing, it looked like. This will definitely scratch that, like, artist and creator itch. It works really well for me. I love cleaning up and painting these models. It's just fantastic being able to sit here and do this stuff.
I think these are Sigmar guys. Do you want me to try and separate those ones?
Geez, I wonder if we should have a different box for Sigmar versus... You know what? Put all the bits together. I'll be able to pull them apart or distinguish later.
Yeah, you can
but
discern which is which.
Some of the pieces are too big probably for that box. Just use this bit box for the big pieces that won't go into that.
Oh, no, I can readjust stuff. I got it.
Will it go? Okay.
Yeah. Big Daddy says he does leather working. He tried his hand at making mead too. Did a Viking's blood.
Oh, Roche. Probably one of my favorite kind. I still have a 5-gallon pot of honey. Bucket. Pot. If it has honey, it's supposed to be a pot, right? I mean, isn't that?
Honey pot.
Anyways, the bucket of honey is for. I want to make some mead and get some stuff going. Thank you for the. I have everything in the way. Chris, thank you. I appreciate the. Was that follow? I'm so lost.
He liked your stream.
Thank you for liking the stream.
And then he asked, do you prefer headset over looking through a light fixture? Do you prefer headset over looking through a light fixture?
I do. Because it, I don't know what it is about me, but I actually move kind of in and out with this thing a little bit instead of having.
Your stream, by the way.
Oh. Thanks, Kyle. I appreciate you guys liking the stream. It's for some reason like I get at the right distance, and I feel like I'm. At least I hope I'm staying in the camera better. But I did consider using the actual magnifying glass, and I realize I'm pointing the razor directly into my face. But
don't poke your eye out.
I feel like it's easier to kind of stay in front of the camera and give you this look. If I put that magnifying glass, I feel like I'm doing this with my hands, like kind of trying to constantly focus right. Whereas with my head, I move my head in and out a little more. And that's easier or more comfortable for me. Yeah, I'm a weirdo, probably. But also I'm trying to adjust how much pressure I use. Oh, thanks, Kyle. I appreciate you sharing the stream. I really tighten up my hands and fingers. And I hold my breath when I'm doing super delicate things. And it has been a struggle to retrain myself to just gently, like the plastic, it's not a lot of force. It's not like I'm forging true metal here. I mean, hopefully when I paint it, it looks like true metal when I'm done, but my hands, they cramp up like crazy, especially after sitting and doing it for a while. But this is going very smoothly so far. I'm hoping I can get another 10 guys roughly thrown together, and I actually do want to use. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to hump through every paint I have here. There's like a textured base paint that I love using. You can kind of see it on the base of these models that just kind of leaves like that dirt ground effect. And before I actually put in any of the are you guys getting a good look? Before I actually put in any of the grass and then start to layer snow, which will probably be the last thing. I think I'm going to airbrush a lot of the base tones and shadows. Then I'm going to come in and paint the mini himself, and then I'll come into the base and actually start to fill in some of the color, the grass, and then paint the rocks, and then layer snow over the top of it. And I've got a couple different things that I want to try. But it's going to be consistent across the entire Space Wolf army. It's going to look like one cohesive group, hopefully, when I'm done. But I started these guys and then realized I just need to assemble everything, and then once at a time, then apply this stuff on the base, and then figure by figure go through.
Chris says, recently just got into the hobby, but action minis, 28 millimeters, so far, so cool. Bolt action mini, sorry, I can't read.
Hey, I'm just glad you're into tabletop gaming and hanging out with us. It is pure joy. I like just the Space Wolves, how they look with the huge armor on, and they're just so over the top. Like that's why I like this stuff. The fantasy portion of it's awesome, and I love the Age of Sigmar stuff. The Space Wolves are my favorite because I just love the Viking lore and a bunch of crazy wolves rushing into battle. But I have played very little, and the rules have changed so much over the years that I'm going to need some help getting into like even playing with these guys again. But fortunately, John and his brother Mike up at TC Paintball North are great teachers and love all of the tabletop hobbies. And if you're trying to get into something and you want help, or you just don't know what you need to start painting, or you're just struggling with what to even buy or how to get into the hobby, you need to come down and talk to those guys, or even call the store. On my Twitch page, you'll see a phone number and an email address link to TC Paintball North.
There's some weird pieces and bigger pieces for the Sigmar ones that are going in your steel bucket.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
that I just don't know how to categorize it as.
It is super helpful that you're cutting all those things up. I just appreciate it so much.
Well, it's better than having a bunch of spruce sitting around.
Yeah, and as soon as I start kit bashing, which the plan right now, and this is going to be a whole nother video, is this guy, this Chaos Lord. Let's just put it up here a little bit better. I want to kit bash this into a Space Wolf, like a Primaris Space Wolf Terminator. And that's where every extra Space Wolf bit I have is going to go into making kind of a Chaos Space Wolf. Something of my own creation. And I haven't given him a name yet. I haven't thought of any type of story, but I am super excited to just pull out all the stops and make my own thing. You don't have to be that inventive when you're getting into this stuff. There are lots of instructions and guides to get you started. I mean, they even tell you, I have the instructions on how to build the characters I'm playing with right now, or that I'm putting together, up on the computer screen over here. But it is not always necessary. You probably could just sit down and figure this out. Without the instructions, but sometimes I use them, and sometimes I want to just be creative and build my own thing and go crazy. Now I'm streaming for probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours right now. I will be at TC War Room tonight. I'm going to set up the stream from TC War Room itself and probably get a lot of these bases finished up. Won't necessarily, it'll be paintbrush work tonight. I don't think I'll be breaking out the airbrush, but who knows? I probably could, at the very least, put on a coat of primer on everything I have done, but part of me thinks I should just wait, make sure everything's assembled, that I've got the bases laid out the way that I want them, and then I can go in and base all these things at one time.
Big Daddy said, friend of mine and his brothers were big into these models, not sure what tabletop game they were doing. It was not Warhammer, but it was one of the other ones. They never once played it through, only built and painted them for display.
Yeah, I suffer from the same issue. Honestly, I could build and paint these day after day. I'm just, there's a lot of rules, and it can be fun, but it involves reading, and I struggle to read. A little bit of dyslexia, which makes it hard for me to understand what I'm reading at times, and I have to reread it over and over and over, which makes it tedious. I'm not going to say I can't read, because obviously I'm reading your quotes. Well, I
no,
say
your
that,
wife is reading them
yeah,
for
Kat's
you.
reading them to me. So, yeah, that doesn't help my case at all. Derp.
I can read. I'm reading all your stuff.
I'm reading everything.
No. Liar! He's lying to you. Dang it, I just lost a little itty bitty piece. I think it was just a ribbony thing. I think you can live without that extra piece.
What if it's the one piece?
Well, there's at least one more in there. At least it wasn't a head.
Yeah. Well, just before you vacuum, let me comb over the carpet.
Okay, he said LOL.
Yeah, I think the kindest way of putting it is I have an artist's mind. Wow, there's probably lots of artists that are super smart and intelligent and, you know, they can math and read and all kinds of stuff.
Math.
I just paint and draw. I'm just making sure these surfaces are smooth so when I go to stick the arms and things to them, I don't deal with any, you know, the glue not working or melting the plastic together. And it looks super smooth. And then the legs basically just need the mold lines scraped off, which I've gotten on both of them for the most part. Nope, just that one.
Kyle asked, what tool are you using there?
Yeah, the last couple streams, I got some more questions on it too. I went to a Games Workshop convention in Chicago.
About 10 years ago.
Almost 10 years ago. And I got this there. And I don't remember if I got it as an official Games Workshop tool or if it was just something that I feel like I didn't buy it. I feel like it came with something or someone gave it to me. But it's basically a piece of metal and it has these ridges. But instead of using the... some people use the X-Acto to scrape those off and just kind of run the X-Acto across it. But I find that this will catch and dig in a little bit and create little nicks, whereas just this hard piece of little steel has sharp enough edges, and all it does is, I mean, and the fact that it's a circle, and then it's got the long flat edge, and then it's got these curves, so that I can literally just come across like this, but it scrapes off those mold lines effortlessly, and just kind of is easier to hold. And I'm not stabbing my fingers over and over, which is another benefit. I mean, you can probably see that there's all kinds of like cuts and scabs because I just apparently enjoy pain and love stabbing myself. As far as cleaning mold lines off models, it is definitely one of my favorite tools. And for the last roughly week and a half, 2 weeks at this point, all I've really done is clean mold lines, unbox
You've
all
been
my
assembling
rings.
a lot. You haven't done any painting.
I haven't done any painting yet, but when it's time to paint, I'll have everything I need. I mean, I have all the paints ready. There's piles and piles of paint ready to go. I have fresh brushes. like I said, the airbrush is a whole new setup, and I'll be breaking that out. Matthew, thank you for liking the stream. I appreciate it. The OBS Studio seems to be working good. It wasn't alerting at all the other night.
No, it wasn't.
When I went to turn it on the next day, like 20 alerts came through. None of them were coming through that night. But it being as crazy a year as it's been, like the tension, stress, anxiety, like all those things have just been things to deal with. But then I sit down and I start working on my minis, and I just feel refreshed. I mean, when you're sitting here and you're scraping with these tools and you're painting, my mind doesn't wander like it does when I watch TV. I actually kind of fade away and just enjoy what I'm doing, and it is really peaceful. And will be even more so as soon as I get the paints out and I'm able to start airbrushing and having some fun. And you guys, I mean, pretty much everything I do to work on these Space Marines, I'm going to be logged in and streaming, so you'll be able to view start to finish every step I take to getting these done. This will be the only group that I probably work on as one giant unit, like step by step. I do have some single figures that I want to work on. But the same thing with those, the single figures, I'll be painting them to a higher than tabletop quality level, or at least that is my intention. I'm not going to necessarily name it. I don't know if it's going to be pro level, or I'm going to basically throw my best skills at it and then see where we land. But I will be definitely very carefully on the single models, spending a ton of time to make them look the best I am capable of. All day on that leg. I need to just, it's clean of lines, let it go, move on.
Kyle said, I just built 40 Necron Warriors, 3 Scorpec Destroyers, and a Destroyer Lord, 2 Overlords, and like 9 Scarabs.
Good lord. Congratulations. 40 Necron Warriors. I imagine that probably took you a good amount of time. You might be a faster builder than me. I am pretty slow with this. Looks like they just kind of, yeah, they do kind of fit in a very specific way. Okay.
Dad,
Yeah, buddy. Ah, I
I
love you
just
too.
changed my pants.
You know what? You can't wear shorts. It's winter. Go put pants on.
Okay.
Yeah, you can wear sweatpants, buddy, but
You
I
can wear
wouldn't put
sweatpants,
shorts
but not
on.
shorts. It's too cold.
Not that
Kyle
stuff,
said I built 2,000 point armies 3 times, going on 4, so I'm pretty fast. But I also don't go for the level of perfection that you are trying to achieve.
Yeah, it's funny how you just, that's another nice part about the tabletop gaming is there's so many different aspects that you can care about or like dive into. You literally get to play the game the way you want to. I mean, I see some people will just get like 2 or 3 colors on their models so that they can just play and be in a tournament because they love playing. They love actually being there, battling someone at the table, and I think that's awesome. Meanwhile, I'd be completely content just sitting around doing this all day, every day. I
Did it?
layered that on a little thick.
Thanks, bud.
I love how they designed that. Those leg sockets, they're carved in a way where you just push it on and it just fits in the spot that it's meant to go in. It's awesome. I haven't looked it up, but is this Games Workshop glue, is it glue or is it like a plastic melter? Yeah, I guess it is plastic glue. So now that some of these they just basically melt the plastic into the other plastic, make it so that it fills all the pores, so it just welds it together. I guess neither way is really a bad thing. I just definitely don't want these to fall apart. So I'm being a little bit generous, but I know that you can be a little overly generous, and if there's too much glue, that sometimes they'll fall apart just because the glue will get brittle.
Kyle said, for my character models, I take a lot more time on because they are generally the eye of your army. It's the base units that I don't take the time with because generally you're trying to get those cranked out because all the details are in the characters.
Oh, that's a good point of
makes
view. So you have
completely-
like one
yeah.
super guy that's painted super well right in the middle. I like that. Spread that out on the boot. Ah, the paint fumes, taking me to a special place. And that makes me very happy. 2 down. Now apparently all of the arms and backpacks and the other features will interchange once you've built the 5 sets of 2 for the different leg positions. At least that's what I'm seeing from the guide I have pulled up here. So I can build 2.
Kyle said right, and that's enough for me. But like you said, everyone has a hobby, or can hobby different.
Yeah. And honestly, as long as it's building friendships and everyone's having fun and playing together, everyone is winning. And we definitely need a little bit more of that this year, where everybody's just getting to do fun stuff together and sharing some happiness and joy. Oh, I don't know where I'm going to use that or how, or if it even is part of this, but I definitely want this giant knife this guy's about to throw. It's going to get put on one of these guys. That is awesome. Actually, this one's cool too. Look, that arm is reaching for his pistol. Okay, I'm going to do some fancy stuff. All right, first things first. Let's see.
Do you need the clippers?
Next chest and legs. Oh, yes, I will. Just to get these next ones out.
Okay.
Oh, here, I'll just do this. There we go.
Got a lot of right arms, but not a whole lot of left arms. Kyle said you were setting up to stream from TCP tonight. What's your mobile stream setup look like? Which we need to download OBS on my computer.
Basically, my wife's laptop. I have a HyperX mic, which just wires in. You see that? This thing's relatively portable and light, easy to deal with. Oh, I cranked the sound all the way up. Sorry if I blew your ears out. And then the cameras. Both of my cameras are on tripods and portable. And then I use a portable lamp light, which I think you can see right in front of us here. This thing's amazing, and it's battery powered. The rest of it's easy, and I can even set up OBS Studio to, because the walls are all lime green there, it can actually cut the background out, and I can just, which I still haven't decided. I really want to have a bookshelf behind me where I can load up all my paints and then have all of the minis that I'm like in the progress of working just loaded on the wall behind me. But I might also just turn it into a green screen so that I can cut out the square of everything that's happening in the video and have it, you're just going to see me in my chair poking up into the stream while I'm cutting all the stuff. A lot of planning and getting that done later. It's still, again, probably summer projects. For now, I feel very comfortable with how things are set up. And the stream tonight will just be a little bit of me. Oh, I twisted that way up again. I'm so sorry. The stream tonight will be a lot of me probably either painting on the bases of this, or I may just take the Chaos Lord and
Kyle said he needs that lamp light.
Kitbash. Oh yeah. This lamp light's awesome. And I've been considering, too, there's some nice ones you can buy online that actually have big diffusers. So I could surround my area with this big diffusers. You can see it's even a little dark here. And I have a ring light over the top. And then this light here. But it still feels a little bit dark. And that's even with the overhead lights. Actually, which I just realized, can you change those to white light? The overhead lights are yellow, and that might help a little bit brighten things up. But this little lamp light, as far as getting better eyesight at what I'm trying to work on right now, yeah, it's perfection. There we are. That is better. Yeah, to the bluer light. The bluer light is great. Yeah.
That good?
Yes.
Okay.
12, 13, 14, and 15 for the next setup. So let's get all these guys pulled out. There's 14, so we're in the right area. 15, 12, and 13, so everything's right here. Oh nice, that only has one little bit of plastic holding it on. And then let's go 12 and 13. Next set's ready to go. Comes in pairs. Once again. What are we looking on time? 3:40. Well, I am definitely not going to get these fully assembled before tonight. But I can at least take my already built army and then the basing...
Are you done with the clippers?
Oh, sorry. Thanks, Kat. Armageddon dust. That's the stuff. Yeah. Yeah, see that Armageddon dust I think is awesome.
Kyle said you should make a TCP Discord so that all the people who model and play together can chat and even get on comms while you're painting, assuming you want that.
I actually don't mind people chatting and hanging out in Discord. As a matter of fact, if I have my computer set up there tonight, I like to run everything that I do by John. He's the owner of TC Paintball before I just make changes or do anything. But if he's cool with it tonight, we'll set up that Discord. And I'm agreeing with you. Having a place where we can share some pictures and everybody can jump in and then chat while we've got these videos running. That's a fantastic idea. And I don't see any reason why John would mind one bit. TC Paintball is basically my local Games Workshop store, and I support them fully, and they sponsor me. And let me put my videos up on the channel, hopefully. I'm inspiring some new gamers to want to do some modeling and painting, or even just some tabletop wargaming.
Kyle said, yeah, I get that it's nice they are using the name and trying to help build their brand. So far, I like what Mike and John have done with TCP.
Oh, that's great to hear, because I agree. I love it. It's and you can't give enough respect to Wayne. Like he's still involved and having fun, and those guys have just built a place for all of us to come together and enjoy all the stuff that we love. And I, for one, will keep showing up. I'm sure you guys have seen Wayne's stuff. He's an amazing painter. Well, on January 9th, he has an airbrushing course. It's going to be at 11 a.m. and run till about 2-ish. The course is $20. It caps out at 10 people. They're still trying to keep it limited to make sure we keep you guys safe, and that they're following the law to make sure everybody's protected. But I don't know if it's full or not, so I would definitely check to see. I'm hoping I can be there if if it works out that I can have that off to be there. I'm gonna be there.
Kyle said you will see me on Tuesdays and Mondays depending, and he saw that they were doing an airbrush class.
Oh, nice. I really want to go to that. Wayne, his airbrush stuff looks really good, and I'm sure I've airbrushed before. I'm a traditional artist, so I've used them. But when it comes to mini painting, he just has so much experience, and I'm sure there's going to be some things he's going to be able to teach me. I'm really excited. It'll be disappointing if I don't get to go, but I'm sure there will be more classes and courses as the winter goes on to make sure everybody gets a chance to get in and do some modeling and painting. Mini painting for life. I appreciate you reading that off because all I see is the Twitch stream chat here.
Oh, yeah.
The chats through Facebook or on YouTube, nothing comes through.
Well, I'm the only one watching on YouTube currently.
Yeah.
So.
Well, at least that's keeping a copy of the videos there.
That's true. You have so many heads. Big Daddy Crush said, "That's okay. I'm the important one to read."
Well, that's the one I've got up in front of me here, Big Daddy. So. Everything, like I had the Twitch channel started and it was rolling along just fine, and then we lost our water. The water pump just failed to the house, and refinancing the house to get everything done, or getting a mortgage on the house, I should say.
It's Magic Runes. Here, I'll type it out for you.
With a K and a Z.
Yeah.
Magic Runes. Well, we basically started rebuilding the house from scratch, and Big Daddy already knows this story. I'm sure I've told it many times before, but it was all consuming. It did most of the work with my dad and my father-in-law. I mean, we rewired the electricity, we reran all the plumbing.
We redid everything.
It was every wall is new. Dot, thank you for following. Or is it Dat? Campanarly. Thank you. Appreciate you following. Anyways, that ended up putting a huge hitch in the streaming, and just I couldn't do anything. I mean, we didn't even have a bedroom at the time. We had blankets over the doorway because all of the walls were out through the rest of the house. Hi, buddy. Careful, this is a sharp knife that Daddy's got here.
No, we're not gonna play Just Dance right now, buddy.
No Just Dance today, okay? But maybe tomorrow, because it's getting a little later in the day, and we're going to make dinner as soon as Daddy gets done putting these together. Yeah? Aren't these miniatures cool?
Yeah.
Which is your favorite one here? Which one do you like the best?
That is Kyle from Facebook, and Big Daddy
The one
said
with
your kitchen was gutted.
Yeah.
Flame fire on.
You like the fire guys?
Yeah,
Did you hear
flame
me?
fire gun. He has a sword. I like him the most, so him.
Oh, there we go.
Like,
Oh, nice. I took a stab in the dark. I'm going to keep the sharp knife way over here. You be careful, okay? Because that is really sharp. And you like having fingers, and I like having fingers, so we're going to be really careful. But,
Kyle said good job pronouncing his name.
yeah, I saw that one come through. Alright. See what Daddy's got to do here. See, this one's not sharp, but we still want to be careful because it's metal. But what we do is
Big Daddy, we did gut the kitchen. We gutted the entire house. We literally took every single wall out and rebuilt them.
Okay.
You see all these lines?
You know,
Yes.
Sammy's not paying any attention anymore.
I'm
He's
sorry, I'm distracted. Got attacked by a wild monster. Are you a wild monster?
No. No. Oh, no.
Okay, goofball.
Stop being silly, please.
Okay.
You little nerd. I love you, buddy. Alright, how about you give Daddy some space for a minute? Is Thor your favorite Avenger?
Go play your PlayStation, buddy. Please.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Game time for a little bit. We're gonna make dinner real soon. Daddy's just gonna finish this.
Kyle says family comes first. He's got twin boys at home, and Big Daddy Crush said he saw the photos of our remodel.
Oh, nice. Twin boys. My goodness. Huge respect to you, I'm sure. I'm sure that was a mountain of work. We had a girl first, and Cammy Bear is just...
She tricked us into having a second one, and we got... I won't say he's demon spawn, but
he's just full of energy.
He's a boy. Completely different.
Yeah, Cammy is so content. She'll sit in her room and color and just entertain herself for days. Oh man. It only gets easier. I know it doesn't feel like it. Yeah, I saw it. It's nice through Twitch. Watching it on the phone, it's nicer. Yep. My kiddo's pretty much the same. Charlie, he wanted PlayStation VR, and he loves that Astrobot game. Cammy had gotten an iPad before, but she got an Apple Pencil this year. She's my little artist. I'm sure she'll be into models soon enough. If these models were all unicorns, she would already be painting.
Yeah, she'd be like, when can I build one? She is very much a girly girl. Unicorns and rainbows and glitter. See, if you would have sat here and punched all this stuff out of the sprues, you would have literally, like, you wouldn't have just punched them out. You would have sat here and done your lines and everything.
Yeah, I would have scraped them while I got it. I would be doing it for 5 years. I do actually want to paint on this miniature painting channel at some point.
You don't just want to build the models?
Like I said, it is the ultimate goal is to actually do some kind of painting. Okay, I did get it on that one. I just didn't knife this out.
Dat said what I've learned is that it doesn't ever get easier. It just changes the style of difficulty. That is very true. Like going from waking up every 2 or 3 hours to sleeping through the night, but now they get out of the crib, so it's different. Yeah.
It's a different type of fear.
Then Big Daddy said my son is into Spider-Man and only Spider-Man. He couldn't care less about the other heroes.
That's not necessarily a bad thing. Spider-Man's a great hero. Does he have a favorite? I mean, there's
Hey, they're
just
all
like
gonna
a
be
dozen
in the
Spider-Man
multiverse, so
to-
it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, I guess you're right there. I'm still leaning towards, although the Miles Morales Spider-Man cartoon was really awesome.
That one was really good.
My favorite is the Avengers Spider-Man with
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. Thank you. Yes,
Welcome. I'm a purist. Tobey Maguire will always be the best, followed by Tom Holland.
There's so many people that hate Tobey Maguire as
I know,
Spider-Man, but
I can't help it.
when I watched that movie initially, it was a superhero
We
movie,
go
and
back
it was
to
so
watch
fun.
it now, and it is so terrible. But it's nostalgic, and it doesn't have all the CG. And Daddy Crush agrees with you. He says Toby was bad.
But at the time when it aired, I'm like, it's a superhero movie, Spider-Man. It was awesome. I mean, everyone went to see it. It's almost like it kind of launched this whole superhero phase of movies we've been into over the last decade.
Spider-Man 2 was horrible, but it's better than the third one. But emo Peter Parker is literally the best. Where he's like Venom, but he's not Venom. That was really great. See, I'm not the only one. Dad likes him too.
I'd still take it. I'll still take him over Fantastic Four movies.
Oh, Jesus. No kidding. Over, Batman versus Superman?
There's some decent parts there.
No, there is not.
Hey.
That movie was horrifyingly awful.
Every time I see Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill is a sexy mofo.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. And I like him as Spider-Man. But Spider-Man versus Batman, or not Spider-Man, Superman versus Batman, or Batman, whatever the hell it was horrifyingly bad. And Justice League was just as bad.
I'm sorry. Henry Cavill and Jason Momoa. I'll watch whatever they're in. And I'll enjoy.
Yeah. Andrew Garfield was a better Spider-Man. I didn't really care for the whole Gwen thing, even though I absolutely love, what is her name? Emma, is it Emma? I can't even think of her name right now. But, yeah.
Emma Stone, Emma Watson.
Emma Stone, thank you. It was not Emma Watson. I knew it wasn't Emma Watson. She's not Hermione Granger. They each have their own little quirks that I really like about them. Andrew Garfield, I feel, is like, Tobey Maguire's the whiny Spider-Man. He is the whiny Spider-Man.
He's the
Luke
Mark
Skywalker,
Hamill,
the Mark Hamill of the Spider-Man. Where Andrew Garfield was more of the, I can't even think of it now.
You're normally the one who remembers everything.
I'm so bad.
We'll see what happens
Big
when
Daddy
you work
doesn't
on
like
minis.
Toby as an actor. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's hard to get past that if you're just not a fan of the actor. But I thought in Cider House Rules he was
Oh, that's one of my absolute favorite movies ever.
I thought he was
So
pretty good
good.
in that. But there are some actors and actresses that I'm like, not this
I
person
cannot
again.
watch Tom Cruise to save my life. Hate Tom Cruise. He's just a weird psychopath. Someone else too that I will not watch their movies.
I think these are ready to go. Let's get out the next two stands. Well, it's nice of you guys to hang with us for a little while. This has to be absolutely the most boring part of the modeling, at least to watch, I imagine.
Well, it's the most
But
interaction
it's still
we've had when we've
fun.
been streaming, which is nice.
Well,
to
normally-
just chit chat and
Yeah, normally I'm just streaming, getting home from work, which is
in
8,
the
9
evening
o'clock.
it's, yeah,
Everybody's in bed
later.
already. But it's fun. I'll end up posting a schedule as soon as things start to. I mean, we're kind of out of the holiday mess, so I should be able to get a more consistent stream going. Oh. Charlie's driving his sister crazy right now. Charlie, be nice to your sister. Stop driving her crazy.
That's his job.
Am I staying in camera? I'm sorry if I'm getting out here. I can
Dad
move it
said
forward.
painting legions of troops is probably the slowest and most boring because it's the same model 40 times over. And then Big Daddy says, I'm still here because I'm still trying to figure out if you're just Timmy's evil twin without the beard trying to prank us all. And then Dad said that's not the case. And he would love to know. He shaved the beard because summer, COVID, wearing a mask.
I had to do
Sucks.
curbside, and I was
And
outside on
outside,
the. I mean, geez, I lost
hot,
50 pounds this
yeah.
summer just with all the running around and craziness.
But since he has shaved, I will not let him grow his beard back because he won't be able to touch me for at least a week because his grow back stubble is like frickin' sandpaper. And I'm like, nope, you're not getting any kisses. So that keeps him shaving.
Grow back stubble. It's like
Grow
a,
back stubble.
it's like a Nickelback song or something.
This is how you grow stubble.
Squish that leg on. Hopefully that sits on the next leg. The little
Itchy scratchy, it's worth the week of no touching. That's what Kyle says.
everybody does seem to be a little appalled that my beard is
That
gone.
your beard is gone? Well, they don't have to sleep next to you every night.
Yes, dear.
Sorry, I trump you all. It was a magnificent beard, and once it got long enough, it was like soft, and it was nice, but it takes a really long time to get there.
Could do like a nice short professional style beard.
That's true. Keep it trimmed.
Yeah.
It was a little Grizzly Adams. Towards the
Which
end
is funny
there.
because I'm not Grizzly Adams at all.
No. Big Daddy said his mustache has been shoved up my nose all year from the mask. You can handle it. And Dad said, I mean, that's fair. Don't bite the hand that feeds. Smart man. Smart man. Happy wife, happy life. Am I right?
Yeah. Put that on my tombstone.
He said, you did have a nice beard, though. I remember it from Best Buy.
Well, thank you, brother.
Last sprue.
There we go. And
Oh.
well, I only got 4 of these guys built, but we got to start thinking about dinner for the kids, don't we?
No, it's 4 o'clock. We have another hour.
Got 1 hour?
Or
Okay.
at least a half an hour, at least.
Okay. Well, then I'll see if I can get another. I'm the slowest miniature maker in the history of miniature makers. Well, I know some of the guys that are probably doing like Golden Demon level stuff and these ridiculous great paint jobs. They probably are spending weeks, if not months, on one single guy. But I'm not necessarily
I don't
going
know
after
about
that.
building it. Maybe getting all of the
No,
lines
no,
perfect or-
they're making sure that there is not a single gap on it. They're using like the green stuff as
Oh, that's
filler, and
true.
like they are like it's gonna get meticulously looked over. And now that I look a little closer, I actually see that that model has a little, I missed a little spot right there. Give that mold line the attention it deserved. There we go. Oops, sorry. Okay. Now they want 22 through 25. The numbering system for this stuff is great. Oh, can I get the clippers back, please?
Yeah, just a second. Let me finish this one that I got. Half out. There you go, babe.
Awesome. Thank you. 22 through 25. And it looks like everything is right here. Ooh, this one has a rock under his feet. Nice. Go. I like that they did them in pairs. Just makes them easy to find, and then doing everything two at once instead of one at a time definitely seems to be speeding me up a little bit.
Are you done with the PlayStation? Can I turn it off?
Perfect.
I need the clippers back. I'm almost
Dad.
done.
Dad,
Yes, we are.
so
Right now I'm coloring Drake, and also, I have a problem. I want to color this color on that color, but it's not working.
Your opacity's all the way down to 0, which means it's not coming through. If you
Oh.
increase your opacity, see how when you press hard enough, it actually comes through?
Thanks, Dad.
Did that help?
Uh-huh.
Opacity is how much paint comes through.
Okay.
And then there's brush size, which is the next one up on the left. Does that help?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, love you, sweetie. Love you, Drakey. Alright, where are we at here? I need to clean her iPad screen.
Is it nasty?
Yeah, it was a little bit fingerprinty. Doesn't seem to bother her much, but now I can't get it out of my head. I should have just wiped it down. Alright, that looks pretty good. So I try to get like the big chunks off, and then I go back in with my little steel scraper, and then try to take the mold lines out. Because that steel scraper, I mean, I can kind of get some of these big chunks off, but I feel like I'm going to gouge the plastic. I really have to press too hard. Whereas this thing takes the huge chunks of plastic off so much easier. Just gotta be careful not to slip too much and then nick all the stuff that I want to paint. There we go. Good, good. Perfect. Second piece. Perfect. Yeah, I'm starting to think more and more of that Discord idea. Sounds good, because it's nice to have people talking and conversations and stuff going in the background. The biggest struggle for me is I'll start to concentrate and then I'll forget to talk.
Which is why I sit here.
Yeah, which I appreciate you keeping an eye on those things. So,
Yeah.
but it's nice to kind of like join the conversation, but there are times where I fade out and I don't even really hear what's going on around me very well.
Isn't that the truth?
I mean, outside of the normal, husband going into the zone and ignoring his wife's scenario. Going to my mind palace.
Go with your mind palace.
Am I still in view? I feel like sometimes I'm getting out of the camera view.
You seem good.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Like, look at all this amazing scraping I've done while I'm off camera the whole time. Like an idiot.
You've done that before.
Yeah.
Like pull back or go too far forward or too high up, and I'm like, I can't see what you're doing.
Well, I get intense, and especially when I hold my breath, my brain just turns off, so I just get in the zone. Especially it's just been days and days of building this stuff, so it's real easy to just kind of fall into that spot. Yeah, not only do we want to get, after I do these two, I'll go ahead and cut the stream, because we're going to have to prep the stuff that we're going to take as well.
Oh, yep. You gotta
Get
download
dinner
OBS
going for the
on
kids.
my computer and
Yep.
pack everything in the bag.
I'll have time when we're there to spend a little bit of time setting up.
Yeah.
But stream for a good portion of that. I also want to make a quick little video that I think I'm going to make the title, Have You Met John?
Have you met John?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Starting to tense up like crazy. I can feel it.
There. All your spurs are done.
Wow.
That you gave me anyways.
You did all of that in the same amount of time it took me to put 4 guys together,
Here you go.
working on 6. Ah, look at that. Yeah, that's going to turn into a ton of guys. It's pretty sweet. Thanks, Kat.
welcome. Love you.
Love you too. Let me finish. I'm gonna glue up these last few guys. We're gonna go ahead and cut the stream for now, guys. I plan on firing it back up from TC War Room in Traverse City. If you get a chance to come down and say hi and see some of the game playing and the fun, it'd be awesome to see you.